Bonjour. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? As they say in Paris. Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? Mi nombre es Jacques. I think that's right. Well, let's stick with the bonjour. We're reading in Mark 10. We're reading through the book of Mark, and now we've come with this question that, by the way, if you have a prayer request, serious need, you want someone to join with you, go to brooklyntabernacle.org and go to the prayer request, prayer band section and give us your request. People will pray for 30 days for nothing in our prayer band. We got a couple hundred people who just pray around the clock. They're praying right now while I'm taping. They come in 1-2 hour assignments in an area in one of our parts of our campus. We'd love to pray with you and for you. And also, we bring those into the Tuesday night prayer meetings. We would love to pray for you. For this reason, Jesus said, a man will leave his father and mother, and the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God hath joined together, let no one separate. They were asking him about divorce. Is it right for a man to divorce his wife? But we're learning things along the way. We learned yesterday that you leave your mother and father to get married. And that means leave, not only physically. It means you are starting out with a new life. So if you're over-connected to your parents and you're going to run to them every second. I was once, as a teenager, with somebody who didn't like the way his wife served butter for the meal, because he said, my mother always cut it in little patties. Humiliated his wife in front of everyone. She didn't serve butter the right way. Then stay with mom and dad and eat your little butter pads or whatever. A lot of marital problems come because one or both have not really left and are ready to become one. So they become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together. So let nobody separate. So marriage is about two people becoming one. What am I to think? And this has happened countless times to me and the pastors who I work with. You counsel people, and they so little trust each other, a couple, that they have separate bank accounts. He has his money. She has her money. I once asked a wife, you own that, I hear you own a building, you're renting it or something. Oh no, that's my husband's building. I really don't know anything about it. What? The two become one. You don't have your money. I don't have any money. Carol doesn't have any money. We have together our money. What's mine is hers. What's hers is mine. The two become one. With the philosophies of self-identity and whatever that are so rampant, it's very hard for a couple to become one like God intended. And that will, of course, make all kinds of problems, and that'll be passed on to the children, and so it goes. They become one. I am no longer by myself. Carol and I make the new one. Two, one. We can minister together. We can vacation together. I knew a minister in a southern state many years ago. I heard he took several vacations a year by himself. He didn't want to go with his wife because he really wanted to chill out. What do you think? If I try to do that, just saying, if I try to do that, which I don't want to do, but if I try to do that, the devotions would have stopped a long time ago because I would be dead. Only joking. The two become one. So pray if you're single or if you're counseling people. Pray, God, is this the one you have for me? Because the two of us are going to become one. Two become one. Marriage is a serious thing. When they were in the house, so let nobody separate the two that God has put together. When they were in the house, again, the disciples questioned him about this matter. He said to them, whoever divorces his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. Also, if she divorces her husband and marries another, she commits adultery. So that's the general rule, but not the full rule of divorce. You have to go to Matthew 19 and find out that that's the general rule. God hates divorcing. God hates divorce. Believers should never divorce. They should, by the grace of God, work it out. But Matthew 19 is the fuller statement by Jesus, because the Gospels have to be compared with each other. He says in Matthew 19, so they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God hath joined together, let no one separate. And why then, they asked him, did Moses command us to give divorce papers and send her away? Moses permitted you to divorce your wives because of the hardness of your hearts. God permitted divorce because of the way where the people were in their hearts spiritually. But it was not like that from the beginning. Wasn't God's original intention. I tell you, whoever divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, and marries another, commits adultery. So we're going to talk now and then next time about the two grounds for biblical divorce, which always means the ability to remarry. Because if you're divorced and you can't remarry, you're still married. There's no such a thing anywhere in the Old Testament of someone divorcing, but then they can't remarry. That was brought in by really the Catholic Church forming, but it's not found in the Bible. So, for the immorality can be a grounds for the biblical divorce, one divorcing another. And tomorrow we will continue and learn a lot more, and you'll be able to counsel people in a biblical way. See you next time.